Hello students, myself Dr. Chandrani Bagri. Today we'll see relating to the Doha round. So before turning to the Doha round, let us see relating to the WTO and GATT. As you can see that WTO was established in 1944, started functioning at 1995, and predecessor of WTO was GATT. What is GATT? General Agreement in Tariff and Trade. Now, why there was a need to shift from GATT to WTO? GATT was having a negotiation approach, and WTO was having an institutional approach. As well, WTO is playing a legal entity role to remove tariff. All countries will be having a same voting once. Okay, and agreements are binding and were taken at unanimously. So therefore, there was a shift from GATT to the WTO. First, only goods were included in 1960s, 70s, 80s and 90s. The share of services increased in the domestic GDP as well as in the trade. So, role of services increased, and therefore there was need of there should be an international organization to increase the tariff and non-tariff barriers related to services more in developed countries, and therefore the WTO was established. Under the leadership of USA, different rounds were held. There were in 60s, 70s and 80s. In 60, Kennedy round was held, which was related to the establishment of WTO. In 70s, Tokyo round was held, and in 80, Uruguay round was held, which finally Marrakesh Declaration was declared, and it was known as a Marrakesh Treaty and was held, and WTO was established. So WTO, it is having a ministerial conference. Now, what is the role of the ministerial conference? This ministerial conference, it is the highest decision making body of WTO. The members of the ministerial conference are represented by the trade ministers and senior level officers from the various countries. It met at least once and twice a year. First ministerial conference, it was held at Singapore in 1996, Geneva, next 9th at Bali in 2013. Next ministerial conference, 10th ministerial conference, it was held as Nairobi in 2015, and 11th ministerial conference was held in 2017. So this ministerial conference, it is what? It is the highest decision body making of the WTO. Now, Doha Declaration, which today's lecture we are having. So Doha Declaration, it was launched at the 4th Ministerial Conference in November 2001. In the last slide, what we have seen, that Ministerial Conference is the highest decision making body of the WTO. So in 2001, Doha Declaration, it was launched in this 4th Ministerial Conference of the WTO. In this conference, few clauses were added for the developing countries. Now, what are those clauses? First clause is the TRIPS versus public health. First clause is related to what? It is related to the TRIPS versus public health. So, if any country's public health system is affected due to any pandemic situation, they can violate the TRIPS agreement. This was a clause which was added for the developing countries. Next, that is known as agricultural subsidies. This new clause was added for the developing countries in the ministerial conference in the Doha Declaration. It is said usually developed countries give more subsidies. Therefore, it was decided in this Doha that developed countries will reduce the agricultural subsidies. Now, we also know that major problem of opening of agricultural market are there. In USA, agriculture is much developed, as well established, and only 4% and 5% are dependent on the agriculture. The per capita income of US farmers is much more in comparison with per capita of India. Income of Indian farmers. In India, 49 to 50% of employment is given by the agriculture. But what happens in the situation? but only 17% of the GDP is being contributed by the agriculture, and therefore there is a huge gap, and therefore India is counted under the developing countries. If you will allow these foreign countries to sell their commodities in India at a cheaper price, then Indian farmers is going to crash to avoid this situation, and there are many systems like quota system, license systems in the market. In one hand, USA, they want to open the borders of developing countries, but on the other hand, it was news that a protectionist approach of USA within the USA earlier they were open, but now they want to guard. They are giving incentives to those companies who are not outsourcing their work. So this is what a new clause was added, what it was relating to the agricultural subsidies. Usually, so developed countries give more subsidies. Therefore, it was decided in Doha Declaration that developed countries will reduce the agricultural subsidies. Next, relating to this agricultural subsidies, 3 boxes were added, that is known as a green box, blue box and the amber box. This green box is related to what? This green box is related to non-trade distortion subsidies, which is what? Minimum distortion on trade. So government funded subsidies were included under the green box. Next is the blue box. Blue box is related to what? It is limiting production purposes. Only few countries have adopted Norway, for example Norway, Iceland, etc. And the third box which was relating to the agricultural subsidies, that is known as a amber box. WTO had set limit. Trade distortion subsidies were included under this amber box. So these were the various boxes which were included under the agricultural subsidies in the ministerial conference. Next, that is known as the next clause which was added, which is known as a differential preferential special treatment. So now what is known as a differential preferential special treatment? Developed countries said that they will reduce the import duties, and developed countries agreed they will give time for implementation. So reduction of import duties which was done by the developed countries, that is known as a differential preferential special treatment. So this is the third clause which was added for the developing countries. Next clause which was added, that is known as a relating to the labor issues. So it was decided in the Doha Declaration in the Ministerial Conference of a WTO that Ministerial Conference WTO will not take into consideration of a labor issues. Why it will not take into the consideration of a labor issues? Instead, ILO, that is known as the International Labour Organization, which specially deals with the labor issues, that will take all the labor issues into the consideration. So these were the 4 clauses which were added for the developing countries in the Doha Declaration. Even for the developed countries, following points were highly acceptable. Which are those points? New rounds of negotiations were started for the developed countries. Developing countries agreed to reduce the duty on goods. Singapore issues were taken up into the consideration, and even environmental concerns were taken. So these are the various points in which the developed countries highly acceptable. So these were the things which were taken into the consideration in the Doha Declaration, that is known as a Ministerial Conference of the WTO. So thank you everyone. See you in the next lecture.